think this is how Chris holds his phone the whole time, is like this. I think this is how he holds his phone without getting tired.
Let's go to the crosswalk.
Really? No gimbal today, guys. I'm raw dogging this bad boy. Pressure washing is scheduled for today. How you doing?
I'm good. I've been following you since Beyond Belief came out. Yeah, I have a copy of Ruthless, but I haven't bought Beyond Belief yet, and I will get a copy.
We've been looking for parking for a half hour while Serge and Michael are somewhere waiting for us.
Okay.
Have you seen him?
No, I have not, but
Okay.
my eyes aren't so good in this thing.
Okay,
so.
okay. Yeah, I texted Denver J. I'm not sure. I didn't hear back from him. I'm not sure if he's coming. I texted Jessica's supposed to show up in about 30 minutes.
Okay.
I was hoping Chris was going to show up. I guess no barbecue tonight.
Yeah, I don't know where DOA is.
Yeah, DOA's out of commission for a few days. But that's unfortunate. I see they've got the pressure washer on standby to combat chalk tech. You know what I'm saying? I love it. And what's the sign say? There you go. Scientology destroys families. It sure does. All right. Well, Serge and Michael will materialize shortly, and we'll see if we're gonna hang out for about an hour. We brought some cookies. Fresh baked cookies. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we were hoping that David Sanchez was gonna show up. Oh yeah, and I texted Danny. Hopefully Danny and Leo will show up. Do not disturb. All right. Yeah, let's walk around. Well, let's see what's going on over here. Danny's 15 minutes out, says the live chat. Nice. Okay, good. They're both coming, Danny and Leah. See, we'll get a nice little crew going. Practicing that power wash tech. Look, they've officially got the blackout curtains on those doors, so there's not going to be any Julian Schwartz spottings. Oh, they've got the music, of course. That's okay. Yeah. They're just on
Lori was there, and so was Mark Bunker.
Oh, cool. I think I was
Is the
there.
audio back? Let me know, guys. Can you hear me?
Probably. I can show you.
Okay,
the
good.
but I
Sound
don't
is
think
back.
you're-
All right, we're in business. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Okay, so here's what I wanted to say. See, this is actually pretty interesting because technically this sign is correct. Chorus is in session from 9 to 12, from 1 to 3:30, 3:45 to 6, and 7 to 10. That is technically correct. And religious counseling, technically, the government considers Scientology auditing to be religious pastoral counseling, at least the IRS does. And technically, the auditing area is open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. So what I'm going to
Some of
be,
them in, like,
what I need to find out is, so like, what does that actually mean as far as protesting goes? Does that only apply to, and also here's the thing, guys, quiet please, like, let's be honest about where this training and auditing is occurring. The auditing rooms are located in a secluded, secure hallway on the 4th floor of the building. And
Time with you guys.
it's on the back side of the building. The auditing rooms are on the back side of the building. You can't interrupt an auditing session out here even with a megaphone. It wouldn't work. Now, the course rooms is the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor of this building is the course rooms. The 4th floor is the auditing area and the qualifications area. And so there's absolutely no way. And also the course rooms, there's 2 separate course rooms. There's 2 separate types of course rooms. There's course rooms where you're studying theory, and that's relatively quiet. And then there's course rooms where you're doing drills, and that's relatively loud. And I'm trying to remember if the quiet course rooms face the front. I think they do. I think the theory course rooms do face the front. And yet, you can't hear shit because those windows are thick as hell. So, that's interesting. That is interesting. Because it's Jay. It's Jay who got arrested for interrupting a religious service.
Yeah.
Hopefully Jay comes out tonight. Jay's still in town. I texted him. We were texting earlier today, but I texted him about an hour ago and haven't heard back yet. Okay, Christina Radish. I can't pull comments up on the screen when I'm live streaming here, but it says the LAPD has never asked where the location of the services are. They just take the complaint from Sean Anglina anytime that he decides to call in. Oh, and DOA got arrested for the exact same thing. Okay, so DOA and Jay both are going to have hearings for interrupting religious services.
DOA was definitely using a megaphone that day, and he was heavy on it. I don't know what the circumstances were with Jay, because I wasn't watching. But I know that DOA was like going heavy on the megaphone. For the most part.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, Jay's always so respectful. I can't imagine like what he did or said, or like I can't even imagine him being on the megaphone for like very long because he's just so respectful. You know.
Can they hear you now?
Yeah, they can hear me now. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting though that they play the music over here, right? So that kind of implies they couldn't really complain about people being loud over there. And there's really no particular reason to be loud over here anyway, to be honest. It's like, you can still protest over there. But do they have a similar sign up over there? I wonder if they do. Let's check it out. let's see. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-bum. Interesting. Oh.
Music is this thing they're interrupting.
I know. Aren't they interrupting a religious service by running a really loud power washer right outside the windows? In fact, they should use that as evidence. Guys, please let me know in the live chat if it mutes out again. I've actually never heard it. I've never heard a live stream auto mute in the presence of music. Who do we have here? Hey, how are you?
Great. Good to see you. Jenna.
So, Serge, they've got a quiet please religious services in progress sign right outside the AO while they're blasting a commercial strength power washer right outside. I think
They're sending mixed signals.
I think Jay and DOA can use some video of that to show that it's all a bunch of BS. Who knows?
That might be the religious service. They can claim anything 'cause they're freaking religious service.
Things that they're blaming in the religious service.
As far as being faithful.
Can we be clear about what these religious services are? Religious counseling. Have you ever committed a felony?
Poor guy's gonna get knocked over by the front of the school.
What type of religious service is happening when that question is answered? What gets done with a felony that gets full admitted on an A to J? Because that would be a great question for OSA to answer since A to Js are not auditing and everyone gets asked if they committed felonies.
I do forget her in a lot of places, but luckily never.
Do you really?
She's so quiet and tiny. Like I forget her like a friend's house.
I mean, I know we're used to this being a quiet street, but imagine Scientology saying this is the largest concentration of Scientologists on Earth. And this is a street in downtown Hollywood. There's not a soul to be seen. And this is the largest concentration.
Even the vans are full.
The man that drives.
They used to bus, but not.
I do want to go down here. Oh, you know what? Yeah. If you're watching live right now, guys, do me a favor if you would and hit that like button, please. Oops.
Like I've
Uh-oh.
gone to a friend's house and left her in the car. Like just hanging out. Like, oh. But like never like the context is
Shall we do a show and tell tour?
old is that man? That's
I know, right?
It's like he's gotta be in his 70s. I mean, he's like
Yeah, let's see.
hunchback. Hear the noise.
This is how much noise they're making outside of the building where they have a sign up saying, please be quiet, religious counseling in progress. Hi, Pearl Snappy. Christina, it doesn't look like there is going to be a barbecue. DOA's taking a few days off. I wonder if anybody knows who this is. Like, they don't have a younger guy who can come out here and do this? I mean, come on now. Is it his job or is it a punishment? And you guys know, just so you know, anytime you see these Sea Org members wearing masks outside, it is not part of their COVID protocol. It's actually something I noticed in Clearwater, Florida, because you guys know that's where I live. When I see the Sea Org members all piled into the buses, being picked up and dropped off, none of them are wearing masks. The only Sea Org members who wear masks are the security guards. They're literally just to cover their faces. It's not for COVID. Yep, see?
I was gonna go with Michael to get coffee.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
Nah.
No. It is a Starbucks. In case you need it.
Yeah, but I can't go. I can't. Right.
Sure you don't want one?
Yeah. It'll just make me have to use the restroom, which there isn't one, so. Divide by zero says I used to live in that building right there. Yes, indeed. So did I. Oh, it says show us the tunnel. We know it exists. So actually the tunnel goes from, the tunnel starts. I'll show you guys where the tunnel starts. So this here, behind this little ramp is where the galley is. It's where all the Sea Org members eat their meals. And I'm trying to, okay. So this is the entrance to what they call Lebanon Hall. This building right here is Lebanon Hall. Those are just rooms for Sea Org members to live in. But when you go through those doors, there's another door that goes to the left. And you leave Leb Hall and you enter this central complex building. They call it main building, okay? Now, between main building and between Leb Hall, behind this ramp, is the structure that connects the two, and that's where the cafeteria is. But on this side, there's the stairwell, and the stairwell goes down. And when you get to the basement, there's a tunnel that goes from here across and comes up in the stairwell in the corner of this building. And that was there because all these buildings used to be a hospital complex. And it's not just like a weird unfinished tunnel. There's actually offices down there. There's working offices down there. That's where the central files are located. And there's like a phone call. There's a phone bank down there. and there's just some other admin offices down there. Like it's nothing special. It sounds really kind of cool and freaky to say there's an underground tunnel, but it's like it'd be like having a finished basement. The whole thing is entirely finished. It doesn't feel like you're underground. Yeah, and so it connects this complex to this complex, and that's one of the reasons that you don't see the Sea Org members crossing the street, because they don't have to. Now, back when I was here, 2006 is the last year I was actually in the Sea Org here. Back when I was here, there was no prohibitions against walking across the street whatsoever. And the idea that a handful of people with some cell phones would cause these people to have to live indoors and underground would have been kind of unheard of back then. But that's the state of Scientology today, folks. Oh, it's Danny and Leah. We literally had to spend, oh geez Louise, what are you crazy guys doing? We literally had to spend a half hour looking for parking. How long you guys been looking for parking?
We just got here, man.
Oh, okay, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hey. How are you?
Good, and you?
Great to see you.
How's the trip to LA?
It was good. It was good. It was a pretty uneventful drive. Got into San Diego last night. Just drove up here this afternoon. Jessica said she's going to try to make it out. Haven't heard from Chris. I haven't heard from... I'm really hoping that Jay will be here, but I'm not sure.
He's on his way.
Oh, good.
From what I know.
Good.
Well, I'll wait until the cops come.
I know, that's what I was wanting to do as well. I was like, let's just park there and
then
wait for someone to show up, you know? That's what these guys are doing anyway. No, we were getting a kick out of the quiet please, no noise while they're running the industrial strength power washer.
And then the music.
Exactly.
Technically no, but I started up within 1 year after that.
You know what we can do? Let's have a seat and figure out something we can chat about, Serge. Oh, yeah. Oh, what can we chat about? Yeah, double stream. Oh, by the way, just random thoughts since we got time to kill and everything. I haven't texted Liz Gale yet. Did you guys know Liz Gale's channel got demonetized by YouTube for saying it was unoriginal
Content.
just reposting other people's content? And they told her, they even had her do like a little video process of saying, God, your image quality is amazing compared to mine. Unbelievable.
Miracles and dreams come true.
So they even had her do a little video saying, explain to us like your creative process, your writing process and everything. And she did all that. And they said, upon manual review, disapproved. There's no further appeal. And Michael had the same problem on his channel. I'm mentioning this for two reasons. One, we have no idea why this is happening.
Right.
It might be a good idea to cut back on the simultaneous live streaming to multiple channels at the same time and just pick and choose which channel you want to stream on. I'm just throwing it out there for everyone that's doing this stuff. And the other thing is, Liz, I don't know why it didn't occur to me. You could literally start another channel. We could get you all the monetization benchmarks in the first week. Have it be your backup channel. Get that channel rocking and rolling. Because they told Liz, reapply in 3 months. They said you can reapply for monetization in 3 months. So anyway, anyone who runs into that problem, we want to help you fix that problem. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Let's see. What do you actually want to chat about?
Well, any questions from the chat? Do you guys have any questions you want answered?
Yeah, I guess we're doing a little bit of a Q&A here since I don't just want to record a dude power washing for the next hour. Did Scientology get to YouTube? I really don't think so. Oh, here, divide by 0. This is someone who used to be in the sea right here. About where you're standing, around 1980-ish, a 75-year-old man fell 2 stories onto an awning. Okay, this is darker than I thought. What do we got? What is this? Oh, I love it. That's fantastic. Well, I'm going to show this as soon as I finish reading this. He fell 2 stories onto an awning. He was helping clean the building. He was declared suppressive and excommunicated.
I mean, again, for so many years, they just nobody. They had a free reign, you guys. There was no scrutiny here.
Nice.
There was no scrutiny, so many flaps were covered up because there was no one that would ever check in on any of the flaps. So people were disappeared, transferred out of state, whatever was required to make that disappear.
Yeah.
So that's what we're sounding the alarm on at this stage.
So, Serge, the question here is, did you guys know each other when you were in Scientology?
Yep. We were just so young back in the day, like.
So we did. So I met Serge when I was 13. How old would you have been in...
I must have been... I'm born 78.
Okay, so you would have been 15.
Yeah.
So Serge was already... were you in...
Quinceañera.
Were you already
I was a quinceañera, you guys.
a supervisor in the course rooms at Flag
No,
at that
I was
point?
first doing the TRs with you and Colin because we were all training at the same time. Then we got through the metering together, and it wasn't until we both got the license and then they pulled me in to be a supervisor. Because originally I was supposed to be a Cracker Jack sec checker.
Right.
That's what I was supposed to be training for.
Okay, I just remembered where I was getting that mixed up. Because a whole bunch of you guys finished the metering program, and then you were supervising the metering program, and then they made you go back and do the video again. So you were supervising during your post time, and then being a student in the metering course on your study time, but that was afterwards.
After. Correct. Yep. Right, because they changed the video.
Yes.
They told us to do it differently.
Okay, how about we have a little bit of a chat? Sorry, I keep covering the camera, guys, but okay, we were chatting earlier.
Why do you think that many public Scientologists deny knowing about the child auditing abuses?
Well, let's define, they don't consider child auditing to be an abuse, so they just deny that that's a thing. No Scientologist will deny that children get auditing, but it depends on how you ask the question. Yeah, it depends, like, what question are people asking, you know what I mean?
I mean, I think that, well, and in my chat, pretty much, they're all up to speed about what transpires in the audits. So, child auditing is abuse on its face. Like, there's no part of that is safe for a child. And again, we didn't know when we were ensnared in this. It wasn't very obvious. Like, we were groomed to think it was normal. It was pitched as okay. So for a very long time, I think everybody just went with the pitch that it's just, you know, we thought legal people had looked through this and had really said, oh, this is all legal and great. So I get tired, so even out of the...
All right,
so,
let's see.
So why did they deny it? I don't think they want to realize that it was. I don't think it's a convenient truth to have to think about.
Here's a question for you. How many kids does Serge estimate are still in the hotels?
Well, just think about it. With any parent that has children, their children are somehow involved. So I don't know the number because we don't understand even who's here. I mean, we come here and it looks empty. So who's here?
Yeah. Okay, here's a question from Escaping the Cultiverse, eh? Mm-hmm. What kind of trouble did you guys get into when you guys were trainees?
I mean, I would always break different rules, like, you know, like when we were supposed to go to the L. Ron Hubbard event, me and two of my friends would get put on a WQSB, it was called, and then we would get on a van, and then we would actually go to the International Mall during the event, so that everybody was at the event and nobody missed us. So then we didn't watch the L. Ron Hubbard event because we hated the event.
Yeah.
And instead we went to the mall.
I didn't get up to any trouble because I was goody two shoes. Okay, the DOG, Defender of Gems, says, how should we ask the public about child auditing?
How should you ask them? Just continue asking, right? Like, I feel that Scientology parents have a lot of things to reconcile with. So the more inquiries that come into that, the more their critical thinking skills will start activating. Because we have to understand we're dealing with a whole generation that literally got their critical thinking skills ripped out of their humanity. So that in itself is a horrible tragedy, because again, we were told nothing could be questioned, nothing could be reined back. Whatever Owen Hubbard said was a full go, and that's something that is gonna require a lot of inquiry into it until they start understanding that they really done messed up on that.
So, my thought on this is, when we were downtown in Clearwater Flag, I did ask, I think what I did is I asked, what did I say? Do you think it's okay? Now, I tend to ask my questions in a bit of a confrontational way. Like, I haven't figured out how to ask the questions in a way where I actually am expecting an answer. But I go, do you think it's okay for children to train as professional auditors and interrogate adults about their sexual crimes or sexual habits? Now, that's not a question that's looking for an honest. I'm not honestly looking for an answer.
You're restimulating their withhold, Aaron. Like, we were taught how to restimulate withholds, you guys, and I think right about now that technology is coming in handy, because we have to restimulate what the problem is. If they don't see it, we have to show it to them. And it's not in an effort to be like, oh, we got you. We couldn't be more nauseated. We couldn't be more incensed that this has gone on and that people have been defrauded. It's not okay.
Question from Matt Elliott, MAA, SPTV, Canada. Did either of you help lay the bricks on the street? Jenna, did you help lay the bricks on the street? No, I wasn't here in LA at that time. Yeah. Yeah, and Serge was in Clearwater.
Florida. Yeah, I never came to LA.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm scrolling up looking for more questions. It looks like a fake tree behind you. Is it a secret camera installation? It doesn't matter. We're live streaming ourselves anyway. Okay, Amanda H says, do you know if much goes on at the Dallas, Texas location? I'm thinking of going. As much goes on at the Dallas location as at any other location. Now look, even at the new locations with giant buildings like Austin and Chicago and Paris, let's be honest, there's not a whole lot going on in those buildings. But so Dallas,
we're documenting what, even if it's dead, right? We want to document it. We understand who's going in there.
That's right.
And you never know what you're gonna find. So that's, I think, when you go in and streaming, you're just there to document what's happening. And the more we have it documented, the more we understand and have a fuller picture. Like, the fact that we continue to see underage kids being used in different places, like in Chicago and all of that. So I think that's what is most important.
Yes. So, but Dallas is as legit of an organization as any of these other ones that have protesters outside of them. And it would be awesome to get some protesters outside of Dallas. Yeah. All right, here's a tough question for you, Serge. Yeah. Serge, are you too tough on all Scientology parents? Aren't some of them just naive and didn't realize how bad it was? Are you being too black and too white?
The problem is not. The problem is, we were following a technology. So the technology makes it so that everybody committed the same level of stupidity. And we are right now at a stage where all Scientology parents, they need to wake up. Yes, they could have been naive. Yes, they could have been gullible. But the problem is that they were infected with this rhetoric that compromised their critical thinking skills. And it's a tragedy, but the children are the ones that are paying the price. And there's not enough of an urgency to go and support the kids that are ensnared right now the same way we were. And until the Scientology parents as a collective wake up, as a collective wake themselves up, I think that there's only so much we can say, but Scientology parents to Scientology parents should be waking themselves up and being like, we effed up on this, and own it and change it and get kids out. That's all that we need.
Jessica says, stop talking. Religious services are going on from 11:59 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. Hey guys, is this a protester over here or is this some agent over here?
I think it's a protester. I think
Okay.
I've seen him before.
Okay. We got a question. Do many people still get transferred over to St. Hill in the UK? Only if it's a punishment.
Only if it's a punishment, only if they're trying to get them out of jurisdiction, if there's a problem with them, like it was done in Miriam's dad's case. I mean, again, because this is a worldwide scheme, they send them to, Australia, to South Africa, to Mexico. There's many places they send them.
Yeah. Okay, Denise Crawford asks, how about the org in downtown Philadelphia? Denise, that's the org that I'm originally from in the Scientology world. There is one or two streamers who've been going to Philly pretty regularly. That also is as legit of an organization as any other organization, but the caveat there is it is practically completely abandoned. I've seen Steve Olek, I've seen Chris Owens, I've seen Renee Ames Westcott, and I've seen Dan Westcott. That's like 4 Scientologists that I've seen actually working at this place. Hi, Michael. And it used to be one of the busier orgs in the United States, believe it or not, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and now it's an absolute ghost town. But that doesn't mean more protesters can't show up and document it and go outside and deploy chalk tech. And honestly, I think even being able to document how dead these major central organizations are. Philadelphia, or the Philly org, is not just the only org in Philly. It's the only org in Pennsylvania. It's the only org in New Jersey. It's the only org in Delaware. And there's like 6 Scientologists there out of 3 entire states. Philly's the 6th largest city in the entire U.S. Yeah. They've got like 6 Scientologists. It's ridiculous. Okay, let me see. 420 Girl says, when are you guys going to look for television to cover the story? Important to get media coverage. What you talking about? This is SP Television. What is SP TV, baby?
The media. We are the media.
This is new media, baby. We don't need the TV. I mean, honestly, I don't give a shit if the news or the TV covers any of this. Who cares? How does that doesn't do anything? I mean, it's like the news cycle is so short. It's almost like, who gives a shit? That's why we're here to just plaster the YouTubes with actual content. And also, when the news covers this stuff, it's like they don't even know how to talk about it correctly.
They really don't. I mean, it's been they've had 74 years to get it straight, and they have not managed to get it straight. So now, as survivors, we're just showing up and documenting and speaking and saying, and getting the information out. They, the media can do their own job and pull their own weight in whatever way they want.
Yeah. Okay, Wendy says, the cops threatened Chris and Jess on Saturday when they were all leaving from the Dianetics happy birthday and told them it was a religious ceremony. No, a book isn't religious. Oh, did they go to the Dianetics event somewhere? Did Jess and Chris crash the Dianetics event?
It was here. The event was here.
Yeah.
It was in the parking lot.
You know what? I mean, one day, like, a whole group of protesters just needs to show up in like Chris wears the nun outfit, but like everyone just wear priest garbs and Scientology crosses and say, what are you talking about? We're here to celebrate the Scientology holiday. We want to share the Scientology love with the internet. That's why we're here. And we're like, you're not a Scientologist. What do you mean we're not a Scientologist? What? Well, you're a Scientologist if you call yourself a Scientologist, is what L. Ron Hubbard said.
And that's why we've been pushing back on that narrative as well, you guys, because the devil's in the details. They can very clearly just put a euphemism, religious services, but going back to what children are being asked inside of these so-called religious services and all of that, there's simply no need to respect a child being abused in there with silence. I mean, it's actually ridiculous.
Okay, check it out. Matt Elliott says, we had a Dianetics event at the Ideal Cambridge org. We were out there and we saw Yvette Schenk. Wow. Oh, you know what? The Dianetics May 9th event is now a local event. They don't do an international event for May 9th anymore. Okay, let's see. Ellen W. says, I love you both, but you are wrong. The reason the press always favored Scientology is because Scientology paid for PR and pushed their angle. Push your angle, and the press will be very different. So, but here's the thing, the press are free to cover this. Like, I don't desire, like, what I like is what we're doing. If someone wants to cover what we're doing, go for it.
They'll be covering it.
Are you actually live or are you just
Yeah,
recording?
I'm live now.
Oh, good.
Before I wasn't.
On whose channel?
Mine.
Oh, I see. You can still stream, it's just, okay.
Yeah, I can still stream it. Just
What were we talking about? Oh, the press. You know, the press doesn't care. I don't know, am I just too jaded on this?
We're just seeing the receipts. I mean, the receipts are what's shown that they don't care.
Yeah.
It's just they're grown men and women that run the press. They went to school, they can figure it out. That's what I can say about it.
Exactly.
And they're so fickle. They don't want to be told what to report. So you know what? They can report it on their timeline.
All right, so check it out. Matt Elliott says, at the Dianetics event, at the Cambridge org, which is an ideal org, there were 18 attendees and 40 people, including the staff. But you know what? That's more than you could get in Philadelphia. That's more than you could get together in Philadelphia, I promise you. Uh-oh, I don't want to accidentally... It's hard to navigate these buttons on the phone. I feel like I'm going to accidentally time somebody out. Okay, we're looking at the live stream, guys. Hit us with some questions. We got 2,400 people in the chat. Guys, if you're watching right now, do me a favor. Hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got a question from Akuma Kishin. How can Sea Org executives afford to live? Like, how much do they get paid? Okay, so...
The executives...
It's Asha!
Look, you guys, the Scientology executives were living it up. Like, when we were at Flag, the Scientology executives got catered to. They got special Clinique products. There were always these like special perks and luxuries being given to them to maintain what is called preferential treatment, preferential executorial. What was it? Executorial preferential something.
Executive what?
Preferential. Executive preferential or something that something how about an executive had to be catered to because their job is so important in what they're doing that they just need to be facilitated at all times. And their time would be more wasted if they were not being looked after. So that's why you had like, you know, Debbie Cook had a personal masseuse, had a personal chef for herself. She had like 4 different assistants. So all of these executives were very well staffed.
She got to have her own dog.
Her own dog, like they had all these like things that were catered to them. So the executives were living fine. They were happy with what they were getting because they were acting as like the slave masters at the time.
Now, most Scientology execs, as far as their standard base rate, are still getting $50 a week. But every now and then, there'll be some bonus commission structure. Whatever the bonus structure is.
Recruitment bonuses. You guys, $200 if you brought in somebody.
There you go.
So that's how Scientology also pays people to traffic. It's like, oh, this week we're gonna start a new recruitment bonus. If anybody recruits anybody this week, they're gonna be paid $200.
Yeah.
I remember this person would like get a whole family, so he would get paid $1,000 because he brought 5 people from Mexico. So they would put literally like $200 a head.
Dan Walks in LA is outside the test center. Good for him. I don't think we're gonna get over there tonight. Maybe though. Oh, check it out. Hey Aaron, I was recruited into the Sea Org at the IASA there in LA. Can you show us the IASA building? I think they changed that building now. It's around the corner. I don't want to walk all there. My arm is getting really tired of holding the phone like this, so I'm gonna stand up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Actually, that would be amazing.
My phone keeps buffering and
out. Oh my god, my arm is gonna fall off.
200 seems low. You guys, these people were cheap.
What is he saying?
200 seemed low to recruit somebody. I mean,
this is
cool.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh, my arm, it feels so much better now. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh god, what a relief. Thank you for this. Okay, let's see. Oh, my shoulder's gonna fall off.
Why can't CPS just go in and rescue the children? I mean, again, you guys, like, there's got to be a whole case done. Like, CPS cannot just go in, you know? And this is why Scientology parents are being told, like, hey, why don't you just join the conversation? Help CPS build a case so the children can be rescued. But it's going to require people going in there and telling them what was really going on.
Yep. Okay, my phone's a little unstable. Oh, no! My phone is unstable, but I'm going to scroll up and find this. Okay, Molly Sargent. Oh my God, I'm accidentally blocking people. I'm so sorry, guys. Molly Sargent says, made it to alive. Is there any info out there about how L. Ron Hubbard was raised? Did he have any religious influence during his own childhood? Read the book, Barefaced Messiah by Russell Miller? Yes, Barefaced Messiah, absolute, definitive, unbelievably fair. I actually read that book and I was like, God, I actually thought to myself, if L. Ron Hubbard didn't lie about everything he lied about, he'd still have a pretty amazing life. Like, this dude did not need to lie that much. But I was amazed at how fair Barefaced Messiah was, because all the time in Scientology, you just thought that thing was like, that book was just full of lies and evil and black propaganda. And I read this book and I was like, I think this book is like really, really fair, almost a little too fair to L. Ron Hubbard, because my expectations were so high on how much that book was going to trash L. Ron Hubbard. Anyway, I thought the book was absolutely amazing. I can't recommend it enough. Okay, let's see. What else do we got, guys? Well, we got a lot, because there's a lot of people in the chat here. Guys, if you're watching right now, please do me a favor. Hit that like button.
Hey, Serge.
Hi.
Nice meeting you. We haven't met before.
Who are you?
Anonymous.
Okay.
He's got to stay anonymous.
Got it.
If you go to Aaron's Twitter, I'm in the second tweet down on his public page.
Okay. I don't think I go on X, Twitter.
It'll always be Twitter to me. Okay, Just a Northern Girl says, for those of you who were declared and didn't get your goldenrod, would you consider asking them for your SP declare notice like Tori did? I thought it wasn't true if it wasn't in writing. So here's the thing, they don't, I mean, I would
doing that. They stopped doing that though. Like they used to do that before, but they realized it was a PR flap, and then that's how Scientology rolls. Like as soon as it flaps, then they get told, never do that again, because we look bad when people saw that we wrote that unhinged stuff. So you can't get the goldenrod, even if we wanted it.
Anna is asking, is there an exit near Wendy's that we don't know about? Oh, you mean a way to get... Wait, what? Is there a Wendy's over there?
I don't know. I think so.
Sorry, Anna, I don't know what that means. Let's see. Oh, is the Orlando org active? Funny story about the Orlando org. They actually had so close to 0 staff members that they had to send in SEERG members just to keep the doors open. So, but here's the thing, Orlando is one of those central orgs. I'm going to use that. We actually don't use that word very much, but it's a legit word, right?
Yep.
It's one of those central orgs that is just as much of a legit Scientology organization as Chicago, as Austin, as Glendale. What's the place that that Jess and crew have jumped over? Just the Valley.
Pasadena.
The Valley.
Oh,
the Valley org. And is that Pasadena?
well, there's Pasadena and Valley.
Okay,
org.
both of those.
Yeah, both.
Streorlando is just as much of a legit org as those orgs, and it would be, at least in the Scientology world, it's supposed to be. So even if all streamers do is document that there's literally nobody there, that would be amazing, because Scientologists do watch our videos, guys, and they do live in denial about how empty orgs are. They think their org is the only one that's empty. They don't realize all of them are empty. So, Sins of Scientology says, the Miami org is popping. The parking lot is full every day. First of all, they're probably selling those parking spaces to people. Let's be honest. And also the Popo. Oh no, I'm getting PTSD. No. That's not... Is it a life flight?
I know that Valley org is ideal.
Yeah.
I don't think Pasadena is though.
No, it is.
It is? Pasadena is also
All
ideal?
California orgs are ideal.
Okay.
Yes. I thought there was a good one. Oh no, there was a good one there. Miami. Oh, first of all, they sell their parking spaces. And also, pretty much everyone who works for Grant Cardone has to go do a course at the Scientology Center. So, thank you, Grant Cardone, for filling up. It's not true. Not everyone who works for Grant Cardone has to do Scientology. I like to tease him. But yeah, the Miami org, I promise you, ain't nothing special happening at the Miami org. But let's get some streamers outside of there too. Okay, he says, does anyone know what happened to the location in Wichita, Kansas? Yeah, that was Lisa Marie. Was that Lisa Marie Presley's, or was that Kirstie Alley's?
Kirstie Alley.
Well, what happened is she died and she couldn't pay. No one was paying the rent or the mortgage on that property. So that wasn't an org, that was a mission, and missions open and close all the time, which is why I say they don't even count these days. Although Patrick Renna's mission, the Los Feliz mission, here in California, it tends to be that mission is probably busier than most orgs, just because of the young Hollywood crowd. There's at least some people who like going there. Yeah. All right, let's see. Did they have aliens in there? I wish, you guys. I grew up just hoping I'd get abducted by an alien one day, but didn't even happen in Scientology. Oh, that's a great conversation we could have real quick. Okay, so at Flag, okay, what is your opinion? Why does Scientology think that Scientologists are crazy if they claim to have ever been in contact with an alien? Okay, first, do you agree that if a Scientologist says they have been in contact with aliens, they are marked as batshit crazy?
Depends.
Okay, tell me
If
more.
if you're like below clear, yes. If you're below clear, you're not supposed to be saying anything like that yet.
Okay.
But when you get to clear, even on Ned, right? They start sending you to the whole track. They start sending you to the spaceship. They start sending you back there. So there they start influencing you and literally going and luring you to speak like that. But yes, and then OTs, you know, behind closed doors, they're talking about this alien is coming out of me, this other alien's coming out of here, all that cognitive distortion. But it's like you've got to be cleared at this level for them not to consider you a risk. If you're a low level and you're speaking like that, they don't trust you enough and they will mark you.
Okay. So what about people who claim to be in telepathic communication with L. Ron Hubbard? What about even OTs who claim that? Have you ever encountered that when you were at Flag?
They have to be careful how they say things. Like, I mean, definitely telepathic with L. Ron Hubbard, they would definitely flag that.
Yes.
They would definitely flag that because again, it's all crisis management for them, and it's all rearranging who's at the pyramid scheme. So people can be climbing up, and then they get unstable over here. So then they get reshuffled and kicked out of the scheme, and then more people. So it's always crisis managing itself, right? Like through the case supervisor and what did they say and what did they originate and what are they talking about, and it's always that constant case management that they have.
Okay, and what about people who claim to be the reincarnated L. Ron Hubbard? Did you encounter that at Flag?
Not L. Ron Hubbard, plenty of Cleopatras, plenty of Marilyn
L. Ron
Monroes.
Because we had a couple here at PAC when I was here. One of them was the bookstore officer. He'd just been recruited from like Guatemala.
Oh, damn.
And he said that he was the reincarnation of L. Ron Hubbard, and they got his ass out of here really fast.
Yep. Makes sense. I
They're
mean,
like-
I wish I would have thought about that when I was there. I never thought of like,
All right, I'm looking through. Okay, question here from Go for Grant. Who does the Celebrity Center Nashville cater to?
well, no, they're looking at any influential anything influential that they can get their hands on. They're trying to create PR opportunities. They're trying to make themselves useful. That's how they get to celebrities. They're like, oh, you need this? Oh, we'll do it for you. Like, so they're very, very much trying to recruit anyone that they can that's going to be of influence.
Yeah. All right.
Sharon, you're about to get trespassed.
You're about to get trespassed.
Oh, sweet. No, let him trespass us. Let him trespass us. How you doing? Doing pretty good. Yeah. Oh, sure. No problem. Yep.
Michael, I got your stuff.
I think that's the guy I got that's the guy I got a text. Someone texted me about that guy. He's private security. He's not a Scientologist. He's not a Sea Org member. In fact, that dude hates Scientology. But
Well, yeah, you could see he had a handler. He had a security handler who brought him out here. To
oh, did he?
speak to us. Yeah.
Did he? They won't even use Sea Org members to interact with us anymore.
They can't afford it, you guys. I mean, again, these here members cannot hear that they're child traffickers.
Yeah.
That's a flap for them to be hearing that. So they have to layer themselves up, and they don't want to hear whatever we're saying.
Yeah. Hey, how are you?
I'm Ashley.
Hi there. All right, Jess is late. Jess, are you coming? I got my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I'm not seeing any texts.
Don't you want to?
Yeah, I should. Thank you.
Where's Sebastian?
Oh, guys, I got some hot skinny for you guys. So Roy Rodriguez was the bicycle, the big bicycle security guard. You guys, anyone who's been out here regularly knows Roy. Roy's not here anymore. They shipped Roy off to Clearwater. He's not even in security anymore.
Whoa.
His wife has been in Clearwater for the last 5 years, and they kept Roy here, right? So, yeah. So they shipped him off, they shipped him off to Clearwater. No more Roy Rodriguez, and also his son Sebastian, who I was in the Sea Org with here. His son Sebastian lives out there as well. So they basically sent Roy off to, I want to say retire, but not really retire. He's on post there. But why wouldn't they put him in security? I don't know.
Well, because again, it's out security. Once they come into contact with the confrontation of what they're doing, they want to sanitize that. They cannot afford to have their front lines people be hearing this, because that they know that turns them, and they're constantly crisis managing that. So let's put them on a less end data post is what they call it.
Yeah. All right, let me see. I'm going to try to scroll up, I think I missed one here.
I'm never running out of stuff to talk about.
Literally.
Oh, 86 GOP, such pettiness. Yeah, I can't believe they came out to tell us to get off the damn bench.
I'm surprised they let you stay there.
I know. I know, but I'm saying, and like we expect that of them, but in the grand scheme of things, it's like,
That's not a city.
what the hell's the bench for? Does it say Scientologists only? Does it?
But it's on their property.
Is it Scientologists only benches? So, but like, who's supposed to know? How are you supposed to know who's allowed to sit on a bench and who's not allowed to sit on a bench? Do you have to be a Scientologist?
Well, and actually, they're a non-profit. What type of non-profit puts a bench to tell people not to sit there?
Oh, I haven't said hi to Audrey yet. I'll go say hi to Audrey. I haven't said hi yet. Where are you going? There's a car there.
Hi, Papa. Good to see you.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good.
Fuck the car. He needs to stop for me, not me for him.
Oh my goodness.
How are you?
Good.
Sorry, I saw you. I was like, let me see. I stood over there for a couple of minutes. Let me see if you even noticed I'm here.
Did you get any of the cookies?
Yes.
Special.
That's good, thank you.
Nice.
That's delicious. That's delicious. Hi. Look at that face. I thought the DOA was gonna be here.
No, he's out of commission for a few days.
Yeah.
I was really counting on one of those hot dogs and hamburgers.
Aww.
I was really disappointed.
Yeah. Not today.
With the burnt broccoli on the side.
How long are you gonna be here?
We're driving back down to San Diego tonight.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
Oh. Like, okay, we'll come up with something tomorrow, right?
We could. I could ask for the grill. See if he lets us borrow it.
Yeah.
I could do it here. Or
Are you
tomorrow.
gonna be in California all week or?
I fly to Montreal on Friday. Yeah.
Are you in Montreal?
Yeah. Well, so my younger brother's finishing his first year of college up in the Northeast.
Okay.
And I was my dad's driving out to help him pack up for the summer. and they're like, hey, let's go do a little trip to Montreal. And I thought, oh, maybe Montreal is just like, 45 minutes away. It's something cute. No, it's like a 4.5 hour drive.
Oh shoot.
And I'm like, okay, I'm just flying to Montreal.
So they arrested Jay for the megaphone, right?
Is Jay on his way, by the way, guys? And is Jay on his way?
I just walked over there, and their music is so loud.
Over where?
Right there. Their music is so loud.
At the
right
LA
there,
Org?
At the entrance, right there.
Oh.
Their music is so loud, and I'm like, turn your shit down. If you're gonna arrest somebody for a megaphone, turn your shit down. It's loud. They're playing Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
They're right. I told them, guard, like, that music is interrupting your church services.
Yeah, and that loud power wash.
Right, isn't that?
All right, this dude in the white shirt just came out of the AO.
This one?
Is that-
this Alderman? That Alderman right there?
Yeah.
And he's Alderman. Not gonna say a word.
What happens if we continue sitting at the bench? I don't know. This petty people should probably come and call them police on us.
That's a lawyer, right?
I just said that. It's like the lawyer vibe.
Yeah.
He has like
He looked like he had a little...
he's got like an in and out bag. Maybe it's just This is Scientology property?
I've never been quite clear on who exactly owns these properties. I think Scientology doesn't own all of them. By now, though, I find that hard to believe, but I'm told that Scientology doesn't own all of them.
Yeah,
By
I know-
now, you
I know
think they would
there's-
just pay whatever it takes to buy these properties.
Yeah. Do you remember, like, last time I was here, there was, like, some women looking out the window, like, talking about it.
Really?
It was scary. It was like a horror movie. But I have seen people come out and be like, oh, yeah, I get it. But they're probably all of these are multiple.
Yeah, for the Montreal folks, I'll be flying in on Friday as early. I'll be flying in on Friday as early as I can, but since I'm flying from the West Coast, the earliest I can get there, I think, is sometime around 5 o'clock. And then I'm going to fly out on Sunday as late as I can. Oh, good. Ken's going to send me a map of who owns what. That is awesome. All right, well, it's 7:30. Probably gonna have to wrap this up here soon. What do you think about time? 7:30. We don't want to be rushed. Probably gonna wrap this up here pretty soon. Although if Jess is on, I don't want to leave if Jess is gonna be here in like 5 minutes or something. Yeah, Jess will be burnt. Oh, here she is. No, that's not her. Sorry. When I saw a small car driving at 100 miles an hour towards us, I thought it had to be Jess. Oh, Nancy New says, record any loud music or noise made by them with the time codes to help Jay and DOA in court. Obviously not on live stream. And it says, get a proper poutine when you are in Montreal. Some Montreal poutine.
He's still there.
He's been power washing the same spot for an hour.
Like, I got up here like 2 hours ago.
Sir, it's clean. You're cleaning a clean. Stop cleaning a clean, sir. Who would? After hours of power washing a clean floor. There was nothing to power wash in the first place. They're always about.
They said, you don't talk to Danny enough. Please ask him some questions. Well, how about you guys ask him some questions? Here, we'll do this. It's question time for Danny. There we go. It's Q&A with Danny. You guys ask for it. You get it. You want a good smoked meat and okay, guys, it's question. Enough about the Montreal Canadian poutine, okay? We got
really
some
shy right now.
we got some questions for Danny, guys.
Questions for Danny.
Yeah, you can, if you're on Serge's stream, you can They want to know, Danny, is it true there's a water shortage in LA?
You know what? We did get a lot of rain recently, so I don't know because a lot of
I think
our
it is.
reservoirs have been coming back up. So I don't know if we're in that type of.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, apparently Jay is waiting for a text back from me, but I'm on Do Not Disturb, so I'm not getting texts. So let me see. Oh, okay, he texted me. He said, I'm just seeing this. I didn't realize. Oh, I can't make it out that quickly. Let me know what time you can meet. It's going to be in town for a bit. Okay, good. All right, Jay's not going to make it out tonight. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay, guys, questions for Danny. When is Danny's wedding?
It should be soon. Now that I'm a minister, I could probably ask for this role as a religious service.
Wow, nice.
Wow, that's interesting. That's
Use their game.
Jody says, ask Danny why size matters. Is this an it?
I know what they.
That's not really hella dirty.
Yes.
I'm glad the question was not directed to me.
Yes. They seem to think that you would get the joke.
I know what
wrong.
they're talking about.
Oh, Kara Feeble says, Danny, your call-in show is great. What gave you the idea?
Leah did. We tend to do call-in shows where we give them a number and we let them talk.
Nice.
Do you feel bad about traumatizing them with chicken feet?
No.
Oh my God. Yes.
Ask Danny about pickles.
They're fired. Who was that? Like that could
Oh.
to me for 5 minutes.
Hold on. That's Pooh Tigaroo.
Of course, it's Pooh.
Pooh Tigaroo. All right, let's see. I'm sticking my finger in front of the camera. Ask him his favorite place that he visited when he was protesting.
The guy in the mask. Oh, they're asking who's the guy in the mask.
Oh, it's Michael.
I think that.
Oh, it's Jess.
New Zealand.
Jess has arrived.
That's not Jess.
Oh, geez, it's not Jess. What?
There's a black one, Aaron.
So you're telling me Jess isn't the only Mini Cooper in all of Los Angeles?
Yeah.
All right.
I have one for the SP and one person.
Aaron, my chat wants to say hi.
Your chat wants to say hi? Do you want me to?
Hi to my chat, please.
Hi. Right, like here or your side?
You're right. You're right there where you at. There you go.
Here, I'm gonna do
Thank you so
camera
much.
back tech. God, I can't get that button hit right. I still can't get it to hit right. Oh, that's because I'm zoomed in too far.
Yes, Aaron.
Oh, I can't zoom in on this side. All right.
Now we see Aaron is not doing the iPhone 15.
No, it's because my screen cover's all cracked and it has all
Is your
weird.
phone an iPhone 15 Pro by any chance?
This is actually still a 13.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the family of
I
13
know. I was so embarrassed when I found because I checked. Well, because I'm doing the next Ridge integration, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna send you a bunch of phone cases." They're like, "We'll send you a bunch of iPhone 15 Pro Max." I'm like, "Yeah!" And then I'm like, "Oh fuck, I got a 13." So I'm gonna hold. I'm due for an upgrade in like 4 months, so I'm gonna hold out.
There you go.
All right. Well, hello, Aj's chat. I don't think we can. If we don't know when Jess is gonna be here, I don't think we can keep hanging out. We got somewhere we're gonna have to be.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It
The
just
wind
scared me. I
was-
didn't know
No,
what it
I'm
was.
so sorry. The wind.
All right. Oh, wait. Ask Danny why Aaron skipped my super chat question. Okay, hold on. Maybe I missed something. Shout out to Reverend Danny, the human megaphone.
Thank you.
That's the only super chat I see there. Hold on. Oh, Aaron, will you have a meet and greet in San Diego? Bring Danny and Leah with you. We're not doing a meet and greet in San Diego. Nope. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea to drop by the San Diego work sometime, though, would it?
Yeah, let me know and we'll drive down there.
Sweet. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, though, I think we might have to wrap it up. I think so. All right, guys. Well, unfortunately, We don't know where Jess is. But thanks for coming out here to hang out with all of us. And yeah, I hear Jess is coming, but I've been hearing that for a while. All right, guys. Hasta la vista.